Okay, so in this video, I'm going to give you the top 10 keywords to help you learn astrology. And it's also going to help you understand your birth chart. With these astrology keywords, you're not going to believe how fast you get it. I thought I would never get it. You told me to get my birth chart. I got my birth chart. I don't get it. All right, so number 10, the MC, and it's right near your 10th house. The number one thing that the MC do is that it shows you your career goals, like the career that you were born to do, even if you're not doing that job. It also shows you how people in society looks at you. So it's like your reputation and like what you're known for. But primarily, and what will be most important to you in your birth chart, the MC is about your public life. And before you start learning about astrology, they told you about the retrograde. Actually, we are in a Mercury retrograde. Basically, what a retrograde is, in astrology, it explains that something is going back into something, like the planets are moving reverse. And we know that planets don't really go backwards, but the energy and the flow. So with a retrograde, the number one thing you need to understand to make it the simplest for you is think of it like it's something that you need to take care of, right? So it's 3 parts to a retrograde. First, when it's about to go into the retrograde, when it first starts. The second part is it goes back and you have to do something, figure something out or whatever. So it's like a delay. And then the third part or the final part is when it's out of retrograde and it's going direct again. So it's completed itself. So it completes itself in 3 cycles. And it gives you the opportunity to go ahead back and look at something and see if something you're missing, or you can just give you a chance to refine something or review and add more information to it. So retrograde is going to be an astrology term that you will hear quite often. Number 8 is the IC. IC. Now the IC is the opposite of the MC. So the IC is located at the very lowest bottom part of your chart, at the very lowest. So the IC always tell you about your home life, your generations, your past, the relationship with their mom, anything like that. And it's the part that you're most quote unquote psychic. So the IC is another keyword to help you learn astrology. A descendant is where you'll look for your relationships. Now, not only your relationships in a romantic way, but also like your business relationships, your best friend, like one best friend, not your friends, because that's a whole different energy, but you're a close friend. And how you express your energy when dealing with another person. So for example, like mine is in Gemini. So any relationship I have, whether it's a business partnership, if it's like a one-on-one friend or anything like that, we have to communicate. Like I can't be in a relationship if people don't communicate with me. I think that communication is the key, but that is Gemini energy. So it'll tell you what type of way the best way how you'll behave in a relationship. And also look into the other person's chart and their descendant or their 7th house, and then you will see how they are and what they need in a relationship. Okay, so then the 6th one of the 10 keywords to help you learn astrology is the word aspect. So you will hear aspect a lot. So there are 5 major aspects. There are more than 5, but the ones that you're going to hear most of. It's a conjunction, a sextile, a trine, a square, and an opposition. Now you may see or hear quincunx. That's like a 6th one, but the majority, if you're studying and you're listening to videos or explanations or anything like that, you're going to hear those 5. So it's a conjunction, sextile, trine, square, and opposition. And this is the 5th one, talking about houses. There are 12 houses. It's not like a house, like a home, like a building, but it's just an area of life. So each of the houses means something. The first house means like the house of self. The second house is your money life. The third is your siblings and your immediate environment. The 4th house is your home life. The 5th house is your entertainment and your children, and it goes all the way to the 12th house, right? So each house represents a part. We all had the same houses, and we all had the same areas, but they're different for each one of us. So that's why when you have your birth chart and you look at your houses, you gotta look at the zodiac signs in there and the planets in there and everything like that. But this video giving you the 10 keywords to help you learn astrology better will help you to be able to read your birth chart if someone does it for you, or if you get it done on a computer. Either way. The 4th keyword that's going to help you learn astrology is the word transit. Now, a transit is like a predictive technique to help you understand what's going on with you and another entity or another person or another situation. So transit means moving, like transportation. So it's like whatever's coming at you is transiting your chart. You know, your chart is the same. Your birth chart never changes, but the transit chart changes. For example, I can look how it's aspecting my chart to learn the energy of that. So that is a transit. So at least you'll know it and you can act accordingly. So it won't be a shock. So the transits are a predictive tool that will help you understand what kind of energy is coming at you. So learn what a transit is in astrology, because you're gonna hear and see that word a lot. And then the third one is a degree, or the degrees. So every planet and zodiac sign have a degree, and it's on your astrological birth chart, right? So you're going to start, it's 10 planets, right? So you're going to start with the sun, which is your sun sign. So mine is Scorpio, as you can see, and my degrees are at 3 degrees and 17 minutes. The degrees are very important for the transits. Try to memorize your degrees. There's only 10, so memorize them. Your sun, your moon, degree, your rising. Astrology house rulers. So each house has a ruler, or each house have the main dominant energy of that particular house. For example, if Aries is the first sign, is in the first house, you'll look at the planet Aries come from, which is the planet Mars. So Mars is the house ruler of the first house. You might hear house rulers, or you might hear astrology house lords as well. So that's what they're talking about. And the last one is your ascendant sign, right? So like the big 3, where they have your sun, moon, and rising. So your rising is how you present yourself in public. The mask you wear, how it's about you. It's a house of self. Or your rising sign could be a rising sign, ascendant sign, or the first house cusp. All mean the same thing. So whichever one is most comfortable for you to say, that's what it is. So when I was studying, I was looking at, like, I saw ascendant sign, I saw a rising sign, and I saw the first house cusp. Oh, on the chart, they all came back to the first house. And I'm like, oh, why they didn't just say that? Now, here is a bonus part for everybody who stayed through the video. So another one are the lunar nodes, north node and south node. You may not see lunar nodes. You might just see north node, or you might just see south node, or you might just see nodes. The north node is like your fate, like what you're supposed to be focusing on and how it's going to help you. Is in the zodiac sign. Mine is Aries, so I'm an Aries north node, or my north node is in Aries. And whatever sign your north node is, it's the opposite sign in your south node, because the south node is opposite from the north node. It's very simple, but like when I was studying this, I just didn't get it. And don't be trying to act like y'all got it. All these terms so instantaneously. It's not insto, I know it's instant. But so I'm a Libra south node. So your north node is your fate. It's like going in the direction of north up, and it's supposed to show you your fate. Well, it's not supposed to. It shows you your fate. So it's not that I have to be more like an Aries with my North Node. It's more of the traits and the characteristics of Aries energy. Now, opposite of that, in the South Node, the focus is more on things that I need to leave behind and things I need to let go because it's my comfort zone and it's holding me back from going to my North Node. Comment below if you guys have more astrology terms that you want me to break down and explain. It is a lot, but these are like the top keywords to help you learn astrology.